Assalamu alaikum. This is Ayaz Aslam, Ielts trainer, educational research scholar. So today we shall discuss how to improve reading skill in Ielts. Okay, reading after writing. This is the second most. For most of the students, this is the second most challenging module of Ielts assessment. But most of the students, they don't understand. For example, there are different types of people. You are academically very strong person, your terminal education is masters or MPhil, so in this case might be you do not need too much focus to get on in this skill. But if you are your basic qualification is intermediate, and in this case, in most cases, you need to work hard, right? So this is first thing, that what is your background knowledge. If you are from sciences, if you are from pure sciences, social sciences, or life sciences, whatever your background is there. And after understanding this thing, another thing which is also important, that you need to ask few questions to yourself, that how much time every day you are spending on reading. Other than your subject, are you reading different articles? Are you reading different newspapers? So if the answer is no, number one thing is you have to develop your habit. Okay, second thing, you need to assess yourself, that what types of mistakes you are doing. What is your ability. For example, some students, when they write few lines, and right now they are, at the moment they are sentence number 1, and then when they read sentence 2 and 3, they forget about what they have read in the previous reading paragraphs or previous reading lines. So in this case, your reading comprehension is so poor, you need to pick up something which is easier, which you can understand, right? Second thing is a selection of subjects. For example, if you want to take Ielts academic reading, then, and you are very you are weak in reading, so what I suggest to you, you have to read GT. You have to take GT test first, and those. Okay, second thing is, if you want to take Ielts journal test, and you want to get maximum bands 8.5 or 8 in it, so what I suggest to those people who are seeking higher bands, you have to read academic reading in the beginning, and 5 to 10 days before your examination you can read GT reading. This is another thing. Few other things. For example, you must understand what is skimming and scanning, and you should know what are different criterias of, either you will read questions first, or in case of list of headings, in case of MCQs, in case of yes, no, not given, true, false, not given, what are different strategies you must understand, because each type of question you have to attempt in different way. And the last thing, which I believe is very important, that is perseverance. You need to stay persistent in a sense that, don't think that over the night today you read something and after 3 hours your band will increase from 6 to 7 or 5 to 6. This is not possible. This is nearly impossible. All the researches, all the studies which are conducted till date, in educational research, it is clear that if you want to improve your language, any language, so language is not something which is learning. This is something which is called acquisition. So what you need to do, you have to learn something and then acquire this complete system. So this is how gradually you will get on. So another thing I'm telling you once again, the last thing, which is also very important, that is you need to stay consistent. Everything is fine, you are working on your vocabulary, you know different methodology, what is skimming, scanning, you are practicing at the moment, then wait for the time. In 15 days, after 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, assess yourself where you are at the moment. So this is how, in most cases, after 1 month or 2 months, you will get on and get your score in reading module. And for those students who are saying that we are good enough, we can easily understand, but only we have a problem in Ielts reading because of the designing of the questions, test items, we are facing different kind of problems. I'm I suggest you that you need to understand that what are different types of questions first, and that then you have to develop your conscious level, that you need to develop your understanding that how can you attempt different types of question. This is what I told you before, but I'm repeating this thing because the entire criteria. Okay, one more thing, might be you are not good enough. For example, some students, they are saying that we used to read questions first and then attempt reading, but other students, they are saying no, we read text first and we can manage somehow time to attempt all these three sections and all 40 questions in 1 hour. So again, it depends on where you feel comfortable, so that methodology you have to pick. So this is something introduction. In coming days, inshallah, I will tell you more about reading